Hey, it's Connor with your iFanboy Mini. iFanboy Mini is a small-sized version of iFanboy, the comic book show. And today I'm talking to you about my pick of the week for September 17th, 2008, and it is Echo number 6. And Terry Moore is famous amongst comic people for having done the classic series Strangers in Paradise, which went for many, many years and was an indie darling for the entire time. And it's Josh and Ron's one of their favorite books, and I was never really able to get into it. I liked it. I read about half of it, and I liked it quite a bit, but never really loved it. Never really got my teeth into it. I never really felt, and I don't really feel an overwhelming need to finish it. I want to finish it at some point, but I don't find myself running out and buying more of the trade paperbacks. So I was never able to get into Terry Moore's work. As much as I love his art, just it was this, for whatever reason, that story didn't grab me. And for that reason, Ron and Josh think I've got a cold, dead heart. But with Echo, his new book, which came out recently, we're on issue 6, so it came out 6 or so months ago, I bought it on a whim because I don't normally buy indies and issues. I normally buy them in trades because I like to get a bigger, thicker chunk of them all at once. And I immediately was drawn into the story. The story of Echo is a girl, Julie Martin. She's out taking photographs in the desert, and there's a big explosion overhead where the government was testing a new battle suit, and it was shot with a missile and it exploded. And little droplets of liquid metal fall on her and her truck. She drives home, and the metal pieces form into one piece, and it attaches to her body. And she can't get it off, and she doesn't know what it is. And every time anybody touches it, it shocks them, and they get knocked across the room, depending on how aggressive they are towards Julie. And she doesn't know what to do, and now the government's after her. She's on the run. She's met up with a guy named Dillon, who is the boyfriend of the scientist who was wearing the suit when it exploded. And now they are together on the run from the government, who want the piece of the suit back. They also are on the run because the suit attacked some soldiers in the last issue. So you've got the classic sort of on-the-run story, on the lam, guy and a girl, who at some point down the road probably fall in love, but not right now. Right now they're very much in the freaked-out stage. And you've also got very classic sci-fi elements in that there's this super government suit that it was a flying suit, and now it's liquid metal, and metal is apparently thinking on its own, and it's making Julie have weird thoughts, and she doesn't remember saying things she said. And now the government wants it back, so they've got this suit. And it's not superhero stuff, and it's not zombies, and it's not pirates, and it's not apes. It's just sci-fi. It's an advanced suit, and this girl happens to have it. She can't get it off, and the government wants it back, and she doesn't want it. She does not want to give it back. She really doesn't want it, but she also doesn't really want to be in the clutches of the government. Who knows what they're going to do to her? So it's a very classic setup. When we talked to Terry Moore, he said it was his doing the X-Files. And I really, really enjoyed the book a lot. Now, one of the reasons why I enjoy it so much is he's so good at character work. This issue in particular, we find out a bit more about Dillon, and his ex-girlfriend is probably dead or either in the suit. Her consciousness might be in the suit. So we're learning more about Dillon, we're learning more about Julie, and a lot of it's done through situational stuff. Not a lot of monologuing, not a lot of here's my life, although there's some of that in here. But we learn about Julie in this issue through her interactions with Dillon and a dog she meets at the motel and the dog's owner. And there's a lot going on. Plus, while Julie and Dillon are on the run, the government's chasing Julie down, and we're starting to learn there may be more to Julie than meets the eye. The government investigator finds something in her apartment. It's a big cliffhanger. And I got to the end of this issue, and I was just like, oh, I want more. That's what this issue is so good at, is that of all the comics I read this week, this was the one where at the end I went, oh, I want more of the story. And that is why Terry Moore is so revered as he is. And the art goes without saying. For me anyway, one of the best guys working comics. He's a fantastic artist. His storytelling is so strong. The panel-to-panel story progression is so easy to follow. He does a lot of silent pages in this issue. There's lots of just no word balloons, just story being conveyed through action and motion, and it's very clear, and it's just beautiful to look at. He's so good at faces and expressions and emotions. He's just a fantastic artist, and now I'm finally starting to see that he's also a fantastic writer. I'm really starting to get what the whole hubbub was about with Echo. So if you want to check out my full review of Echo, you can go to iFanboy.com. You can see my full pick of the week review there. It's up at the top. And if you want to check out more videos from iFanboy, you can go to revision3.com/iFanboy. Thanks for watching.